Welcome to the Helsingborg Arena in Sweden. We're here for the World Classic Powerlifting Championships, and I'm here with Joe Whiteley.
Thank you, Joe Whiteley. We're about to get going, but just before we go, a word about the primary sponsor, SBD. They provide a lot of the equipment that you're going to see on the platform today: belts, singlets, t-shirts, socks, knee sleeves, wrist wraps, etc. We have a Telco and uplift, and we'll talk about those a little bit before we start.
And
First
we are
lifter on the platform.
already underway. These are the 74 kilo sub-juniors, that's under 18s.
First weight is 140 kilos. This is Taiyo Fuji from Japan, and here we go. Nice easy opener.
Yeah, that didn't seem to give him any trouble.
That's the way you want it to look. 3
white lights, that'll give him a bit of confidence.
We're moving to 175 kilos for the next lifter. This is Kamil Curiata of Poland.
So Kamil is 18 years old. That means it's his last year as a sub-junior. He'll move up to the juniors next year. Very calm approaching the platform. There's no underestimating though, this is the toughest platform in the world. You walk out here, there's lights on you, there's a huge crowd in the arena, there's cameras everywhere, and you're obviously facing IPF referees.
You're speaking from experience, I hear.
Yeah, it's a nerve-wracking thing. Very careful walk out there. He's making the most of his time. Looks up to get the squat command. And that's a textbook squat.
Very nice. Plenty of depth. Moved the weight quite easily.
Yeah, he kept his form. It was nice and easy. And of course, it's not where you start. You want to get a nice, easy opener on the board, but it's where you finish that counts.
Yeah, but to finish first you must finish. Connor Finnegan coming to the platform now for 187.5. United States of America. Clearly of Irish origin with that name.
That's a great name, isn't it? Connor Finnegan.
Yeah.
Great poetry to it. Okay, looks like he wasn't quite prepared. It's taken him 15-20 seconds to approach the platform.
Yeah, he's leaving us in no doubt of his national origin. He's got the SBD national singlet on, and the headband does give it away as well.
Very conservative walkout, no energy lost there. And that's a great squat.
Fantastic. I think the standard of lifting is improving year on year. These are sub-juniors, and they are textbook squats so far.
Yeah, and Connor is 18 years old. He's only been competing 2 years, and he's made it all the way to the World Championships.
Okay, Harry Sugden from Great Britain now, coming out for 190.
Also relatively new lifter. I think this is his first international. Being brought to the platform by GB head coach Henry Tosh. So your first international lift really is nerve-wracking. You often, feeling quite sick with nerves before you walk out. You want to just get this one on the board, and then you can start to relax and have fun. Looked a bit shaky there, a little bit conservative on depth. Yeah, the head referee thought he was a little bit shy of depth, but the side referees, who obviously have a very different view, thought he was fine. So he's on the board.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, he's going to be going back in. Henry's going to be telling him just a little bit deeper. The centre ref didn't like it. You don't always know what the referees are going to like until, obviously, they all judge to the same standard, but it is a little subjective from their point of view. This is Eaton Reed of Canada. He's also out here for 190.
Another relatively new lifter, only been competing for a year. 17 years old. Lots of depth there. Very tight back. You saw him just dial that in. His elbows came forward a little bit as he tightened his back up. Kept his form perfectly.
Yeah, the important thing is not to lose tightness at the bottom, because you getting it back once you've got all that weight on top of you is going to be very, very difficult. Czech lifter now, Merrick Vavra from Czechia. Again, this is his last year.
Tall for a 74, isn't he?
Yeah, nearly all of these lifters are from the same year of birth, actually. Most of them from 2001, a couple of 2002s and an 03. I mean, a couple of years at this level can make all the difference, and that was a beautiful
Big
squat.
smile at the top there.
Yeah, I think he knows.
He knows he nailed that.
So we're actually seeing, in most cases, this is going to be quite a close class, I would think, from the openers.
There's a lot of lifters opening on 190.
Yeah.
Here we've got another one, French lifter coming out.
Yeah.
French always field a huge team at the Classic Worlds.
Nahel Bali, this is. This is over his PB by 5 kilos.
Oh, that's quite a brave. He must be very confident. He looks a little bit off balance. He just looks a little bit asymmetrical under the bar.
Yeah, a little bit twisted on the hips there.
So that just might be a feature of how he lifts. He might just have an inbuilt asymmetry, or he might have just got under the bar slightly cockeyed.
Well, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. He's on the board. He's got his squat.
Yeah. Now we go to Tana Majeski, also of Czechia, 195 on the bar. The important thing is for these guys just to get one in. The danger is to go, oh, if I just open 5 kilos heavier, I can move up my third squat to this, that, and the other.
Yeah, you just want to build some confidence.
Yeah.
Once you've got one on the board, you can start to think about what you're going to do then. Oh, he should get that here overbalanced after the rack command.
No, he's getting yellows.
Do you know, I wonder if that's because his feet were coming up. He's got a red from the centre referee on depth, but yellows from the other two. I think he might have been going backwards.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I don't think strength is an issue, but maybe positioning or balance was.
Yeah, he was easily strong enough.
Yeah, we'll see what his next attempt is. That may even go up. 200 on the bar now for Andrei Talco of Russia.
Quite a narrow grip. Lots of flexibility there.
Yeah, he's looking planted though.
My elbows are hurting just looking at that. Very narrow stance, isn't he?
Well, he's moved it. He's moved
worked
it.
well for him.
No problems there at all. 3 white lights from the referees.
Every lifter has different mechanics, different length of femur, different hip insertions, so no one style of squat works for everyone, and that clearly worked for him.
Yeah, now we're staying in Eastern Europe. This is Igor Zvonarov of Ukraine. He's coming out for 205 kilos, which is quite conservative. We have his squat PB down as 212 here. Last 2 lifters in round 1.
And it's worth reminding that this is nearly triple body weight as an opener for under 18 lifters.
Yeah, looks like he got his preparation just right here. He's 72.95. He's got a reasonable margin of error there.
And that's a very accomplished squat.
Absolutely.
I think we're going to see some big squats from that young man. Centre referee wasn't happy with the depth.
Yeah, as we've said before, it's a little hard to judge from the centre view on depth, but right now, Vadim Plachotnikov, Kazakhstan, coming out for 210 kilos. Biggest squat in round 1.
I think he's the youngest lifter we've got in this class. He's 16 years old, still at school.
Yeah, you just saw the clock go past there. He is at 35 seconds.
So 60 seconds is a long time to do a squat. It's plenty of time. But if for whatever reason you have to re-rack the bar, it can leave you a bit rushed if you don't use that whole minute.
Yeah, got the start command with 25 to go and moved that beautifully.
That's lovely. The weight was no issue at all, was it? It's quite a wide stance there. Very different to the lifter who went before.
So the record in this class is 227.5, and I think if anybody is going to challenge that today, it is going to be Plachotnikov. We're into round 2 now. First man out is Taiyo Fuji of Japan. He wants 150 kilos.
And I don't think he had any problems with his opener. This should be fine.
Yep.
Just needs to keep his composure.
Very cool.
See, a lot of the Japanese lifters are very calm approaching the platform. Very technical lifters.
They seem to go one or two ways. It's either, well, lifters generally, it's either very calm or bring in the noise. Ooh.
He really had to work for that, didn't he? It kind of stuck a little bit, but he kept his form.
Oh, I'm afraid the work wasn't good enough. That is
No,
a yellow and
it
a
wasn't.
red.
So, centre referee called it on depth. Side referee, I don't know what that yellow was for, unfortunately. He has they said the side referee that gave that red is sitting at a very different angle from us, and I didn't see what he saw.
No, so, I mean, he's on the board with his 140, but that's going to be a bit of a setback. Kamil Curiata now, 182.5. He's gone up 7.5 kilos.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, it's a long game. You don't want to tire yourself out. You don't want to shoot for the moon and miss.
But still, you want to be getting all the kilos you can, building that total. Very careful walk out. Another quite narrow stance.
Yeah. Yeah, controlled the descent.
I think that's a very well judged second attempt. Had to work through the middle part of the squat, but really wasn't in any doubt at any point.
Yeah, and he's left something on the table for the third. Harry Sugden coming out for 195 now.
I think Harry is the lightest in his class. He's weighed in at 68.85 in the 74 kilo class. He could have almost cut down to the 66s there.
Yeah, that may have been a tactical decision to get on the team. Full SBD kit there from Harry.
Slightly asymmetrical as he went down. There's a little bit of instability in the knee, but he brought it up without any trouble.
Knees came in, but no problem.
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit more in the tank there.
Yeah, he must be delighted to see those three white lights as he looked round. Now, Majeski, Tana Majeski,
yeah,
195.
as a lifter, you think you've done a good squat, but you always want to wait for those lights.
Yeah, the proof is in the lighting rig. So, Tana Majeski, he's not looking too stressed at this one. He knows what he did wrong.
Yeah, he just kind of lost balance at the top, didn't he? It was a strong squat. He didn't have any trouble with the weight. But I think it's the right decision to keep it the same weight.
Yeah,
he needs to get one on the board, yeah.
Yeah, don't let it ruin your day. Just get one in, up it goes.
Yeah, that's no problem. He might take a bigger jump than he would otherwise have done now.
Yeah, three white lights. So he's in the game.
But it does throw you, because whatever plan you had for first and second and third attempts is out of the window once you fail your first squat.
Yeah, we're straight into plan B territory now.
Yeah, so it throws your plan, it throws your confidence.
Conor Finnegan coming out now for 197.5. US of A. Firing himself up. So as we said before, they're either very calm or they're very fierce, and this man is leaning towards the fierce quite clearly. He's taller than some of these guys as well.
This will be a huge PB for him. Oh, a little bit of work,
but
he
got
kept
it,
his
I
shape,
think.
he kept his form, he kept his tightness, and
Very
it
nice.
repaid him with three white lights.
Yeah, so
And that's a 7.5 kilo PB for him. That's fantastic.
this is going to put him in the 200 club next time round, hopefully. Nahel Bali now coming out again for 197.5. I'm amazed how close this is. Sometimes with sub-juniors, you know, you get a real wide distribution of openers. And with a couple of exceptions, we're very, very, very close on openers. Yeah.
This could lead for an exciting competition. No, I'm not sure he hit depth there. He sat back a little and bent over forward. No, he didn't.
Yeah, I think the referees agree with you there.
Yeah. I think he's got long femurs. He has to sit back a long way. But the danger there is you can tip forward.
Okay, so we were speaking of Club 200. Here we go with Eaton Reed of Canada. First man out for 200.
And the rules state that a 200 kilo lift and above needs 5 spotters.
Yeah. If they don't stand up with it, we want them to be able to walk away.
Well, I
obviously.
think a sort of very ordinary fail would be fine at this weight with 3 spotters, but if someone, you know, catastrophically falls forward, you just want to keep them as safe as possible.
Yeah, you don't want them to suddenly take the knee on you. Oh,
That's a very careful,
depth.
very controlled squat. He had that little movement at the top, just locking in the tightness of the back.
Yeah.
That was very nice technique.
Absolutely beautiful. So, 200 again for Merrick Vavra of Czechia.
He had 190 for his opener. He's gone up 10 kilos.
So if he gets this, he's going to move him from 8 to 3rd place.
And it's going to give him a chunky PB, isn't it?
It certainly is, yeah. It really is a close race, certainly for squat.
Always tipped forward a bit.
Oh, so
Can't
close.
bring it
But
back.
yeah,
The bar just came forward a bit, and once the weight comes forward, it's very, very difficult to bring that back and bring it up.
yeah.
I think it was a little bit of a balance issue rather than a strength one. I think he's got every chance of doing that on his 2nd attempt.
Yeah, so 210 now. This is Andrei Talco of Russia. So this will take him into silver at the moment.
It's all to play for, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Looking-
so very, very
yeah.
close. Could go anyway. We're not going to know until the 3rd attempts are in. And even then, they've got to hit him.
And
Oh,
he's
come on, come on, come on.
driving
Oh.
through it.
What a grinder.
That was a great fight.
Yeah, however, that means, I mean, that's going to give him, that's taken him into silver medal position, although if Zvonarov gets this 212.5, he's going to take that back.
You have to wonder how much more he has there. Because
Yeah,
it
really.
didn't look like he got anything wrong.
No, it looked like halfway
Kept
through the
his form.
movement, he hit the sticking point and he only just pushed through it. If a fly had landed on that bar, it might not have moved.
He didn't. I don't think he's got much more, if I'm honest. So we have the Ukrainian lifter on the platform at the moment.
Yeah, Ihor Zvonarov. This is his PB, 212.5, but he was looking really good with his last one.
And he looks great with that one as well, doesn't he?
Very good here, look at that. Side referee on the right didn't like the depth.
Yeah, that's a surprise, but obviously we aren't looking from that angle.
She is the best place to judge that. And so, last one in round 2 is Vadim Plakotnikov of Kazakhstan.
And he was very impressive, wasn't he?
Yeah, his PB 215, but 220. Well.
So we have the youngest lifter coming out for the biggest squat.
Yeah, I'm not going to give him the commentator's curse, but he's looking confident.
Looking focused as well.
He's just got the right amount of gap displayed between the knee sleeves and the socks as well there.
Here he goes. That was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, no
Such
problem
a great
there.
squat.
I think that PB was probably set quite a long time ago.
You know, I think we're going to see a world record attempt on his 3rd. World record is 227.5. I wouldn't be surprised to see 228 or even 230 going.
Yeah, well, we certainly hope so. So, Taiyo Fuji of Japan, he didn't get the 150 last time. He's coming out for 150 again this time.
His PB is 160, but we have to realise that these are quite young men. They've travelled a long way. It's a high-pressure situation.
Yeah, this is the toughest platform in the world at this point. Well, this and our neighbouring platform, Platform 1. Yeah, and you were correct. 228 has gone in for Plakotnikov.
And I think, he's missed on depth. Oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
It looked like a nice squat, but
Looked
it
strong,
wasn't
but
quite deep enough. He has to settle for 140 today.
That's a real shame. So it's 187.5 for Camille Curiata next. Nothing's changing at this lower end of the spectrum, but it's all about the long game.
Yeah, you just want to put as many kilos as you can up on the board to build that total.
Yeah,
We also don't know that some of these lifters might be contesting national records or even regional records, European or North American. Looking a little bit shaky.
Controls it and drives it.
Oh,
No, not today. Not today,
I
unfortunately.
think that was just a little bit heavy.
I'm not sure if he believed in that from the
He
start.
did look a bit worried, didn't he, at the top? I don't think he had
Yeah.
enough confidence going into it. I mean, all the confidence in the world won't give you a lift that you're not strong enough to do.
Absolutely not.
But the lack of confidence can take away a lift that you are capable of.
Yeah, belief is a powerful force here. Nahel Bali,
So-
197.5.
Yeah, he
Didn't
missed-
get this last time.
No, he
but
missed it on depth. He's got very long femurs. He has to sit back quite a long way into his squat. And on his second, he just tipped forward rather than sitting down into it. He's definitely got the depth. Can he stand
Come
up?
on!
He can. I think he's
Yeah.
got that.
Helped along there by a
Yeah,
lot of noise from Team
support
France in the
from
bleachers
team
on
was
our left.
fantastic
Yeah.
there. That's great.
Yeah, it's great to see the team
That's moved
getting
him up
behind
3
the
or 4
lifters.
places.
It has indeed, yeah. So currently in sixth. So 200 now for Merrick Vavra.
He kind of lost his balance on the last one. He let the bar come forward and the weight come forward and just couldn't bring it back. So if he nails his technique on this one, he's got every chance of doing it.
Yeah. He doesn't look too worried about this one. Let's hope he moves it nice and cleanly. He knows what he's got to do.
Oh, it happened
no.
again. The weight
Just-
came forward.
Just too heavy, I think.
Yeah. Once the weight comes forward on your neck like that, it's a crushing weight and it's so hard
Yeah.
to do anything about it.
Right, Conor Finnegan, 202.5. It's going to move him up a place provisionally.
Does this move him into currently sitting in 5th? Moves him up to 4th.
It's going to get him in the 200 club. Well, before he walked out today, his squat PB was 190.
So he's already doing really well.
Yeah, I mean, the hardest person to beat is yourself sometimes.
Taking his time with his setup, waiting for the command.
Makes perfect sense.
He's got the depth
Oh,
and he's
there
got the
it
strength.
is. Yes.
Yeah, he's got to be happy with that. He's put
Yeah.
12.5 kilos on his squat today.
Yeah, that is good in anyone's book. Harry Sugden, 205 kilos.
So this should be well within his capabilities. His British sub-junior record is 208. So we should see him have no trouble here. Oddly though, he went up 5 kilos for his second attempt and then went up 10.
Well, just depends on how you feel and what your coach says
He's
you
a
need.
little bit shaky.
Come on, Harry, come
Drive
on.
it up.
Oh, yes.
Did he hit that?
Well, I'm hoping so. Yeah,
2 to 1. 2 to 1 is good enough.
the
So
majority
that may have been,
decision says so.
it's unusual to go up 5 and then go up 10, so maybe his opener felt a little bit off, so he took a conservative second. Second felt great, so decided to go for
Yeah,
it.
once you got that confidence, well, it was justified.
Absolutely.
Eaton Reed now, 207.5. Again, he is going to beat his PB by 2.5 kilos, and if I'm honest, his last one looked awesome.
So 207,
Really solid.
we'll move him up a couple of places.
Yeah, this is going to take him into 4th place for the moment. But it's really close here. There's, 20 kilos separating the last 5.
Locks his upper back in, hits the depth nicely.
Oh, That is
And
a
I think
perfectly
that's-
judged
yeah,
last attempt.
I think so. He's got a big smile there. Knows he nailed it.
Yeah. PB on this platform.
Seeing some great lifting from these young men.
Yeah, now Tanan Majeski didn't get his opener, but he's gone up 15 kilos here to 210.
This may have been his planned third
I was going to
attempt.
say, we may be back to plan A at this point for Majeski. Czechian lifter.
So this won't give him a squat medal. So I think we're seeing the medals pretty much dialed in.
Yeah, so that the last 3 or 4 lifters have all moved up into 4th place with their last attempts.
Oh, he stood up with it.
Now he stood up with it, but did it dip?
Did it dip? Did he hit depth?
I don't know.
It was very untidy.
So he's got yellows for, well, it's red from the centre for depth.
The yellows may be for, unusually, at squats, downward movement of the bar in squat is a yellow card, whereas it is blue on bench and deadlift. So those yellows may well have been for downward movement of the bar. I can see the coaches are going to the jury to query what that was for.
Yeah, now if he's got 3 reds, they can't overturn it, but they can at least find out what the problem was. Andrei Talco now, he is coming out for 212.5. This is 2.5 kilos above his PB. This is going to take him into silver medal position.
It is
at
actually,
the moment,
because he's lighter than the Ukrainian lifter.
Yeah, who got 212.5.
I think it's quite conservative. He went up 10 and then he went up 2.5.
Yeah, but
it was a fight, wasn't it? His second one was quite a fight to bring it up.
yeah, you don't want to tire yourself out at this point.
He's dive bombed it.
Oh,
I think he was
sure.
looking for a bit
shook his head as
stretch
it came up.
reflex to help him on the way up.
So that doesn't change his position.
But he's got the bronze in squat.
Yeah, now Igor Zvonarov, he's going for 220. He's heavier than Blakotnikov, so this will not change his silver medal on squat.
So he's got the silver dialed in.
Yeah, so this is about the long game. This is about the total for Zvonarov. 2 guys remain, and they're in silver and gold medal position already. This is to extend Zvonarov's total. Blakotnikov's is to take the record. Obviously, if you take a record by a fraction of 2.5 kilos, that gives you a much better advantage.
Yeah, you get that
total.
half-kilo chip that you carry with you for the rest of the competition.
Absolutely. Oh,
You
Zvonarov.
know, that was very...
Oh. Not deep enough.
Missed on depth.
Yeah, centre and side referee.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Silver medal's safe, but that's going to put him back a little bit.
That's
Now,
a shame because it was super easy.
228. This is a world sub-junior record.
We have our first world record attempt of this session.
Vadim Plakotnikov of Kazakhstan.
And you know what? He looks good. He looked good for it on his second attempt.
Yeah.
That's a huge weight. I mean, he's weighed in very light. He was 69.75 in the 74
TC's
kilo.
just pulling him back. He was putting his wrist wraps on the platform. You have to get those on before you approach the
The
platform.
only thing you can adjust on the platform is your belt. So
he's got 40 seconds.
So
he's got his wrist wraps on.
You don't want to be thrown like that as you approach a maximum lift and a world record. His heart will be beating out of his chest. This is it's so much pressure walking out for a world record. You're going to want it so much.
Mind you, he's an aggression lifter. I think the adrenaline will fire him up a little bit more.
Let's hope so. Up, 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 up. And he's got it.
Oh, yeah. Roared that one up. Yes.
3 white lights and a sub-junior world record. Fantastic lifting.
On the board. So that concludes the squats.
And we will be back in 10 minutes for the bench press. And we are back at the World Classic Powerlifting Championships in Helsingborg, Sweden.
Straight into the action here with Taiyo Fuji opening his bench press account at 140 kilos.
And he's on one of the brand new spec Telco benches. They have a really grippy patch halfway up the bench, help you stay stuck down, no need for chalk. And that's a lovely easy bench.
Yeah. Telco, obviously, primary equipment sponsor when we're talking about platform equipment for the IPF.
So SBD are a sponsor when we talk about kit, so singlets, belts, wrist wraps, that sort of thing. And we're also sponsored by Uplift. That's the app that puts athletes together with coaches. If you need a coach, they are all vetted on the Uplift app, and that will enable you to train smart.
Okay, so here comes Vadim Plachotnikov, 110 kilos, opening bench press.
Now, he just got a world record on his squat, so let's hope he can come down from that high and refocus and concentrate on his bench.
I think he definitely could.
And that's what you want your opener to look like, really. You don't want to waste too much energy doing lots of close attempts and use up all your strength.
Tana Majeski, next out, 110 kilos. Again, we were saying this, if you've just joined us, we were saying this about the squats. The attempt selections were very, very close indeed. Just, a testament to how competitive this class, even in the sub-juniors, is.
Yeah, we're seeing a much wider spread of attempts on the bench press. And that's lovely and easy as well.
Yeah, no problem for Majeski of Czechia. 3 white lights from the referees. I've just seen him walk past them. And Merrick Vavra, also Czechia, next out. With 112.5 on the bar.
Which is only 2.5 kilos below his PB.
Yeah, again, we saw this with the girls in the previous session. There is some very, very flexible arching going on. Reduces the range of motion. If the bar doesn't have to move as far, in theory, you can move more weights.
He lost his tightness.
That was the P of the press.
Yeah, the centre referee. I didn't spot that actually. That was a good spot.
Yeah,
the side referees didn't spot it, but the centre referee knew that he'd gone before he'd given the
You
command.
can bet they'll be watching for it next time. He's got to nail that now. 112.5 is on the bar now for Connor Finnegan, United States of America. Again, the game here is get one in. Just get an attempt on the board, and then you can start to move for positions. And obviously, you do get a medal at the international level for each lift, but really the real prize is the placing.
Absolutely.
And the medal for the total.
So Connor just took a moment there to explain to his handoff man exactly what he wanted. He's got quite a big arch. He's chosen to wear a belt on bench, which some of the lifters do.
SBD belt, I think.
Had to work a little bit on that. Wasn't really in any doubt, but it wasn't super easy.
Doesn't matter, he's in the game now. 115 comes out on the bar for Harry Sugden. He is opening 2.5 kilos over his bench press PB.
Training must be going well.
Well, he probably set that a year ago. Full SBD kit, again including the belt.
Wearing the belt.
Yeah.
Some lifters feel it helps them keep tightness, create a bit of extra tightness.
To be honest, once you put that belt on, you never want to take it off.
And that was a nice lift. He had a little bit of work through it, but
yeah, I mean,
but no trouble at all. Considering it was a PB, a competition PB.
Yeah, absolutely. And Harry is the lightest lifter in this class as well, at 68.85. So I think you mentioned he's actually closer to the 66s.
He is.
Eaton Reed coming out now for 117.5. He was looking very, very strong on squats. So he's going to be looking to build on that.
Nice big chest. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can't fault that.
he kept his tightness. He used his back. He kept his chest up. Kind of brought his chest up to the bar to just keep that tightness.
Just a little cool raise of the eyebrows to his coach there as he came off the platform. Ihor Zvonarov now, 125 kilos for the Ukrainian lifter. 4 guys to go in this group. Once we have that, we are going to start to be able to see what the placings are.
Here he comes. Used up about a third of his time just getting to the platform, which isn't ideal on bench, because if there's anything wrong at all with your position and you have to re-rack the bar, then you're going to find yourself quite short of time.
Yeah, you could argue that bench setup is the longest of all, really.
Yeah. But you know, plenty of time though.
Yep.
And a very easy press.
Yeah. Plenty of leg drive at the bottom. So 130 kilos on the bar now for Andrei Talco of Russia. One of the younger lifters in this group. He's only a year younger than everybody else, but when you're in the sub-juniors, you're under 18. That is quite an age difference. These guys are still developing, so...
Well, that's right. That's why we have the sub-juniors up to 18 and our junior category is up to 23 years old, which in some sports you'd be almost past your best at 23. But you have to have the time to build muscle and gain muscle maturity. That was very nice. Just a little bit of leg drive there to press it off the chest.
Absolutely. Worked for him.
It's wrong to think that the bench press is just an arms and chest exercise. It's a whole body exercise.
Absolutely.
You're using your back, you're using your legs to just get a little bit of drive off the chest.
So 142.5 is on the bar now for Nahel Barley. These two guys seem to be, the last two, which is Barley and Curiata, seem to be bench press specialists. They are pressing quite a lot more than everybody else. So you should never rule out bench press.
Yeah, people say that you don't win a powerlifting competition on bench, but you can certainly lose one.
Yeah, I've certainly seen it done.
Okay, that was a nice bench. Not super easy, but
no.
Certainly a lot more there.
Well, bear in mind it was 142.5. That is not far off double body weight, and 147.5 now for Curiata of Poland, Kamil Curiata. This is not even anywhere near his PB, which is 155, as you can see on your screens there. But again, get one in, and then start to play the game. Build the total.
Oh, he's got a great arch.
Yeah, you're not. You can see it now on the view that we've got on our screens. I think, didn't you say you could drive a bus through that for one of the sub juniors? Single decker, obviously.
I think it'd be a single decker for that one.
Yeah.
It stuck a little bit.
Looked tough. That may just be a technique thing. Rewarded with 3 white lights. So we have everyone got their opener. I think they're all going to be very relieved about that, and we're now into round 2. So first man out with 110 kilos is Taiyo Fuji.
Yeah, his first bench was super easy, and he's gone up 10 kilos. I think that's fine. He looked very comfortable. Start command.
Yeah, I didn't seem to give him any problems.
That was a nice second attempt.
So Vadim Blachotnikov, Kazakhstan now.
His opener was just as easy as Fuji's, but he's elected only to go up 5 kilos.
Yeah. No sense in going for something you can't do. You might as well make the absolute most of this, even if you only go up 5 and then 2.5. A little bit asymmetrical there, but yeah.
Very easy.
Gone back to the same position, so.
Yeah, it's people aren't often symmetrical.
No.
You know, you might have just a little imbalance, a little muscle tightness, or it may just be the way you set up. You put one leg down, then the other leg down, which makes you just a little bit off centre.
Yeah, Conor Finnegan coming out for the same weight, 115 kilos. United States of America.
His first wasn't super easy, and we can see he's only gone up 2.5 kilos. So I think he may have had a little surprise at how difficult his opener was. So he's taking a conservative second attempt.
Yeah,
I think that's sensible.
And when we talk about the lifters being some of the best in the world, obviously that's matched by coaches. And come on, Conor.
Now let's hope he didn't come up there. Oh, I think it might have done.
Something moved. That could be the head, the feet, or the butt.
I just saw the referee indicate that his bum came up.
Yeah, okay.
That's a shame, because that was right on the limit of what he could do there.
Well, I mean, he's safe with that 112, but.
So here's Harry. He's, I think his first lift was quite comfortable, but he has only gone up 2.5 kilos.
Yeah, clearly knows what he can do and what's safe. Oh, it came down quite hard, but it moved beautifully.
I did think he'd dropped it at the first, but it went up just as easily as the first.
Yeah, that's going to give him some confidence back, maybe, if he lost it on the 115. Merrick Vavra of Czechia, same weight, 117.5.
Now, he jumped the press command, didn't he? But only the centre ref picked it up.
Yeah, however.
But as you say, went on the P of the press, so that's easy for the person giving the signal. It's not so easy to pick up if you're a side ref.
Yeah. It's as important for the side referees to hear the centre as it is for the lifter.
And it's a struggle, it's a real fight. But it looked like a good lift.
Yeah, he didn't make the same mistake the second time, but
2-1 is good enough.
It is. Tana Majeski, Czechia following Czechia.
His opener was very easy. He's gone up 10 kilos, which I think reflects that.
Absolutely. Now you look at his physiology. He's got wide shoulders.
And this is still considerably below his PB.
Born to bench, this lad, I would say.
Yeah. That was very nice.
Way to prove me right, I think, there.
So he's gone up 10 kilos there. I wouldn't be surprised if he went up another 7.5 or 10.
Yeah.
It looked just as easy as his first.
Eaton Reed, Canadian lifter. This is his PB at 125. He'll be equal in it.
His opener was easy, and he's taking a 7.5 kilo jump.
We're getting up to the sharp end now. If he gets this one, this is going to move him up to 5th in the bench press at the moment.
Okay.
Obviously, 5 more guys to go. The arch and the range of movement.
Yeah, very
there.
nice.
Yeah. And when you look at that, he's not benching the most, but he is a contender, I would say, when you look at what his opening deadlift is going to be. Ihos Vonarov coming out for 132.5. We're getting into the bigger benchers now. This is a Ukrainian lifter. This, again, another man coming out to equal his PB. He looked very strong in the squats.
He was. Did he get the silver, I think, in the squats?
212.5 was his best squat, so you were right, he did get the silver.
And his opening bench looked very easy.
Yeah.
Which is great to see. You don't like to see someone fighting with their opener. It gives you nowhere to go.
Okay,
a little bit more work there, but no problem.
Yeah, no, 3 white lights. See, the nice thing about Zvonarov is it looks like he's a deadlifter too, so very, very strong all the way across. 140 now for Andrei Talco of Russia.
Well, that's the thing about powerlifting. It's a game of 3 lifts. You don't have to be the best at any individual lift, but if you haven't got a bad lift and you keep putting the numbers in, you'll come out on top.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that you don't take a gold in any of the 3 lifts and then walk away with the total. It's
So
more usual to excel in one, but
okay, so here's another one that put in a very easy opening bench, and he's gone up 10 kilos. Just a little bit shy of his PB now. Got a very wide stance, hasn't he?
he has indeed, yeah, both arms and legs. But oh, come on, come on!
Oh, and
Yes.
that's a fight.
It is. I'm not sure how much further he's going to go up there. I mean, you would expect
He's
gone
not
up
got much,
10.
has he?
I would be wondering whether he's just going to go up 2.5
2.5, I
there,
would
just
think
to
so.
secure that. Nahel Bali of France is coming out now for 147.5. 2 lifters remain in this round.
And he had a little bit of work on his opener. He's only gone up 5 kilos.
Yeah, silver position at the moment in bench, and this will keep him there. Obviously, you've got to look back as well as forward. You've got to make sure nobody catches you napping and sneaks up on you. Oh, no.
That's not going, is it?
No, absolutely not. So, he's remaining in silver for the moment. I think he might be safe, actually, because we've got a reasonable distribution as we've moved through the round. We'll see what other people's attempt. Other attempts are not going to challenge him, but it's all about the total.
It's worth reminding that these are 74 kilo sub-junior lifters.
Yeah.
These young men are under 18 years old, and they are benching double body weight, or close to it.
Yeah. So last lift in round 2 is Kamil Curiata of Poland. 152.5 kilos on the bar.
Now this will be interesting because the world record is 156, so he's within arm's reach of it if this lift looks good.
Yeah, he's got to get this and then he can think about the record, but he's got to get this one first.
And it's a fight.
He's got it.
It's a fight.
Now,
He's got 3 white lights for it though. Do you know, I see no reason. He's got to go 155.
he's got to try.
So it would be, for me, 156.5. If 155 will go, 156.5 is worth a shot. He's not going to lose the bench gold, I don't think.
No.
He's not really in contention overall.
Not unless
he
Barley.
might as well
no.
have a go
So
for
Barley's just put in 147.5, so his gold medal's safe. Why not try for everything now?
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Round 3. 115 on the bar for Conor Finnegan. He didn't quite get it last time.
No, his bum came up.
Yeah,
He just
so-
needs to make sure he keeps his bum down. The head and the shoulders and the glutes must remain in contact with the bench, and the feet must remain flat on the floor.
So this isn't going to alter his position overall or in the bench press, but
And he's got the strength. I
Absolutely.
don't think he moved that time.
rock solid, I would say. Yes.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'll be pleased
So-
with that. Yeah, he looks it too.
Fist bump for his coach and a big smile as he comes off. Another man out for 115. This is Taiyo Fuji of Japan.
He had a little bit of work on his second, but nothing to worry about. He's gone up 5 kilos.
Yeah, this will move him ahead of Finnegan should he get it because he is lighter on body weight.
Move him up in bench press.
On bench, yeah.
And he's
Come
going to
on,
have
come
to
on,
fight
come
for
on,
it,
come
but
on,
it's
come
still
on, come
moving.
on.
It's
Look
still
at that.
moving.
Yes.
So
Now
what
he
do the
was
referees
rocking and
say?
rolling
He
a little
was,
bit,
but
but
that's 3 white lights.
in place.
That's a very well judged third attempt. I don't think another 100 grams would have gone.
No.
Coach is looking very pleased with him.
Yeah, Vadim Plakotnikov now. This is 120 kilos for him. This is a 10 kilo PB. He opened on his PB.
He did. He's taken 5 kilo jumps across the board, and his second one did look very easy, so shouldn't have any problems here. He's just giving himself a bit of war paint.
Yeah, slapped himself in the face with chalky hands. Obviously, as we saw, he's quite an aggressive lifter.
And he had to work for it, but it certainly went.
Absolutely. Yeah, 3 white lights for Vadim Plachotnikov of Kazakhstan.
And a 10 kilo PB on the day.
Yeah. Merrick Vavra of Czechia now. 120 kilos.
Now his second one was a bit of a fight. He was a bit of a struggle, so he's only got up 2.5, which I think is right.
It's still going to move him up a couple of places on bench press if he gets it, though.
He's really going to have to get his technique right. It's such a technical lift. If you nail it just right, it may well go.
Yeah, from the look on his face, he knows that. That is serious concentration.
He went early again, didn't he? Oh, he's fought that to a standstill.
It doesn't matter.
It's
that
not
is,
going,
as we often say, when an irresistible force meets an immovable object, you get 3 red lights.
Well, do you know what, though? He squeezed everything he could out of that. The lift before was only 2.5 kilos below.
He's not
so
walking
he got
away.
everything he could get.
Yeah, he's not left anything on the platform there. Harry Sugden now. He's gone up 5 kilos, so he went up 2.5. As we said, I think that second lift's given him a lot of confidence.
So he did this in squats as well.
Yeah.
He took a bigger jump on his second third than he did on his first second, which he wouldn't usually do.
Perhaps that's just how he rolls.
I wonder if he just didn't like the feel of his opener. Got another one in and then says, do you know what, I'm feeling good, let me go for it. And it's
I think he's right to do
moving.
it. Come on, Harry.
I'm not sure if his foot moved, you know. I hope it didn't.
I wasn't looking. I was watching the bar. Oh.
Well, it's 2-1. 2-1 is good enough.
Maybe he only moved 1 foot.
Maybe so.
Good work, Harry.
But he's happy with that. I think that was a PB, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. So we're now up to 130 kilos for Eaton Reed of Canada.
He's gone up 5 kilos. His second was pretty comfortable.
Yeah. So this isn't going to change position on the bench for him. But everything you can add now in this third round of bench press.
It will all go to the important total at the end.
And if you're just thinking about going making a cup of coffee, do not do so. We have got a world record attempt at the end of this round.
Oh. And there we go. That was very nice. Yeah. Well judged third attempt.
I'm very, very impressed with this young man, Eaton Reed.
Oh, no.
Oh,
so the
something
referees,
moved.
The side referees saw something. Maybe his glutes came up. I'm not getting any indication from either referee what it was.
No, they're not telling us.
The side referee just said his butt came up.
Yeah, it's a common complaint around here, so, well.
That was a shame.
It was. 130, this is Tanan Majeski of Czechia.
Yeah, both lifts have looked pretty easy up to now.
Repeat of last time, this will take him from 8th to 5th. Oh, no trouble there at all.
Yeah, you've got to think he had a little bit more in the tank there.
Yeah, but to be honest, the next guy up is going for 137.5.
Oh,
again. Again, we're seeing it move.
We're looking at the bench head on, and you just can't see if the bum comes off the bench.
Yeah, his coach has gone to the jury. Meanwhile, 137.5 kilos is on the bar for Ihor Zvonarov of Ukraine. So when it's 2-1, the coach can ask the jury if it can be overturned. I don't think that's happened in this case, but it's just worth checking what went wrong, I guess.
When it's both side referees that have given the yellow card, then they've seen either a foot movement or the bum coming up.
Yeah. Normally the centre referee's in a better place to see the head. You can't look everywhere at once.
That's going nowhere.
No, unfortunate for Ihor.
With bench press, you can absolutely smoke one weight, put a tiny amount on it, and it goes nowhere.
Yeah, when it gives up, it really gives up.
And when your shoulders have just had enough, and they won't give any more.
Andrei Talco of Russia. He's only put 2.5 kilos on this.
Yes,
this is
because his second was a real fight, if you remember. It was a real struggle. So I think that's the right call. It's worth coming out for it. It's worth giving it a go.
Yeah. So we're not going to see any places change in the bench press itself.
So he's already got the bronze medal. He's going to keep the bronze medal no matter what in the bench press. Here we go. He needs to get his feet flat.
Again, that very, very wide stance that we talked about before.
Nice big chest,
no.
but it's not going.
Well,
No, I don't think
no,
that's
it's
going.
dipped now, yeah.
The right arm
Good
just
fight.
couldn't follow through.
Good fight, good night, but unfortunately, no lift for him at 142.5.
So we have the silver medal place lifter, the French lifter.
So he already has this. If I guess if Talco had taken that, that would have moved him up to silver. But so Barley just needs this to extend his total now. He didn't get it last time.
No, it wasn't a technical fail either. He just didn't seem quite strong enough.
Absolutely.
Maybe he's just overextended himself a little bit.
Yeah, third bench is where it all goes wrong. If it's going to go wrong on the bench, your arms get tired, your shoulders say no. Hopefully they're going to say yes for him.
And it's going. It's can he? His feet have gone. Take it off him.
I mean, that's a brave attempt, but he went up on his toes on both feet, so that was never going to happen.
And it's not a position of strength to take your feet off the floor.
So as we said, here comes 156.5. This is a world sub-junior record for the Polish lifter, Kamil Curiata.
So the current record sitting at 156. He's looking to put half a kilo on. So normally you can only go up in 2.5 kilo increments, but when it's a world record, you can put half a kilo on it.
And here it comes. I would expect a wall of noise from the Polish crowd here.
So the clock is already ticking. Looking very calm as he walks out for this. Getting a lot of support from the crowd. This is a huge lift for an 18-year-old 74 kilo lifter. He's only been competing for 2 years, and he's out here having a crack at a world record.
This is going to be his last crack as well, so he better make it count.
Because he moves into the juniors next year.
Yeah, so here it is, crunch time.
And it's not quite there. It was worth a try. It was absolutely worth a try. He's still got the gold medal on bench. So we have a 20-minute break now, and then we will be back for deadlifts.
And we're back in the sunny seaside town of Helsingborg here in Sweden. We'd like to thank our hosts here, Swedish Powerlifting. They have put on an absolutely epic competition. We are 10 seconds away from starting the deadlift party here with the sub-junior 74 kilo lifters. If you've missed the squats and the bench, you have missed some epic lifting.
Really
it is going to be pretty close. And the first man out is Taiyo Fuji of Japan, coming out for 170 kilos on the deadlift.
There has been some incredible lifting from these young men. The sub-junior category is the under 18s, and we've seen world record attempts in squats and bench, and you never know, we may see one in deadlift.
Yeah, we've just been talking in the break about whether they can do it, and we think that possibly, all things going well, they will. Speaking of things going well, that is a good lift for Taiyo Fuji.
Yeah, it looked nice and comfortable. I'll give him a bit of confidence.
So just for your information, the records currently are 261 on the deadlift and 618.5 for the total record. Kamil Curiata, speaking of records, went for but didn't get a bench press record. He's coming out now for 187.5 kilos.
Yeah, I think he's definitely a bench specialist. I think he's he's a long way down from his deadlift PB. His PB is 202.5 and this is 187.5.
This may just be to get one on the board.
Yeah, he may take big jumps. Some lifters like to take quite big jumps, not to tire themselves out. Other lifters like them to be quite close in.
I mean, it's worth saying that his opener up until a few minutes ago was 182, and his coach came out just with a few minutes to go before no more changes and put it up to 187.
Okay.
So I think he's feeling good.
Yeah.
We've got the first man out at 200 now. This is Andrei Talco of Russia.
He's electing, I would say that's a semi-sumo stance.
This is going to bring his total to about 350. Well, to exactly 350.
Here he goes. And that's nice and easy.
Yeah. Didn't look too tough there. Referees, 3 white lights, no arguments. And we have another man at 200. This is Tana Majeski of Czechia.
He did well on bench, didn't he? Struggled a little bit on his squat. Let's see how he does on deadlift.
Yeah, I mean, squat and bench is all behind us now. It is all about ripping the bar off the floor.
And, of course, how much energy some of these lifters have left.
Yeah, certainly takes it out of you, but I don't think he had a problem with that one.
Yeah, it looks nice and comfortable, didn't it?
These are young guys, though. They're not. They're
they
hopefully not going to be
as
tired
easy as
out.
the masters,
No, that's right.
say.
And they recover a lot more quickly.
Yeah.
So Conor Finnegan, United States of America, 205 for his opening deadlift. Again, this is 10 kilos below his PB, and that is probably a wise move at this stage. We said before, these guys are not only some of the best in the world in their own right, but they are quite rightly coached by some of the best in the world.
True,
Very experienced coaches.
Very hard-working coaches at this competition. It's a very long competition, and today we've had 4 sessions, so some of these coaches have been here for 12 hours.
Yeah. Oh, always makes my thumbs hurt when I see him do the hook grip.
Effective, though. That
Absolutely.
was very easy.
Yeah. Practically springs off the platform there. Harry Sugden, Great Britain, 207.5. Again, way below his PB. But this is get one in and then see where you can go from there.
We've seen some odd attempts from Harry. We've seen him take a very small conservative jump and then take a larger jump second to third. So it'll be interesting to see what he does here. Bit of difficulty breaking from the floor, but that is characteristic of sumo.
And I think he might have let go of that.
Yeah, he just...
No.
Oh, 2-1.
He's got that.
I think he was a lucky young man there.
So we've talked about benches on the P of the press. I think that was definitely the D of the down. But he got it. Not sure how that's going to make his confidence go, though. So Eaton Reed now out for 210. And they're just cleaning the bar.
Maybe he ripped to callus them.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what happened.
Well, they're cleaning it with the brush rather than
True.
disinfecting it, so it may
No
just be.
contamination.
Yeah.
So it may be that the coach indicated that there was a lot of chalk build-up on the bar.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd normally expect to see the disinfectant if there was any kind of callus issues.
Okay, so we have 210 kilos for Eaton Reed of Canada.
He's customised that SBD belt. He's got the maple leaf on there.
He has, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's nice to see.
He's just locking in that hook grip. He's doing hook grip conventional. Yeah, that was nice and easy. I think we'll see a decent amount to go on the bar for his next attempt.
Not an issue for Ethan. 225 up now for Merrick Vavra. Now this is going to exceed his PB. So warm-up must have gone very well. Obviously on the graphic there you can see that this is deadlift ranked to 1. You would expect to see that in this round because everyone is going out for a higher amount than everybody else. We don't really start to see the real indications of places changing until the first round has happened. So 4 lifters to go. If they all get them, this will put Vavra in 4th.
Oh, he's losing his balance.
And he was going over
didn't
there.
Quite get the down command.
No.
I think the weight wasn't too much for trouble, but his balance just went. It is something of an issue with a wide stance sumo.
Do you think you'd expect to see that go up?
That could go either way for me.
It could.
He wants to get one on the board.
Ihor Zvonarov of Ukraine coming out for the same weight, 225. He is heavier. He is heavier than Vavra. So those two guys are pretty close on the deadlift at the moment. We'll see what Vavra's coach puts in for him.
Just a little bit of work through the transition point in the sumo there. The weight really wasn't too much of an issue for him.
Yeah, rewarded with 3 white lights. So Nachel Bali of France. Now this is a man who is feeling confident. His PB's 217.5. The weight on the bar is 232.5.
So this will be a 17.5 kilo PB. No, 15 kilo PB.
And that is a wide old sumo stance as well.
It is. His toes are right up against the plates. Let's hope he keeps them safe. Oh, and that's some work.
Yeah, and you saw him flip his toes in.
He needs to keep hold of that bar
He's got
for
that
a little
though.
bit longer,
232.5.
That's a big deadlift for a 74 kilo sub-junior.
He's clearly made some significant progress. 235, last deadlift, Vadim Plakotnikov of Kazakhstan.
One of the lighter lifters in class.
Yeah, opening below his PB
and the
again.
Youngest lifter at 16.
Yeah, 2003 he was born.
Chosen to wear knee sleeves on the deadlift. Some lifters do. I would always worry about the bar catching on them on the way up, but some lifters do that. Oh no, that was lovely, wasn't it?
No problems, and went nowhere near the sleeves either. So, barring Vavra, everyone has got their opener. The game is afoot.
So, you have to wonder whether he's going to... Well, let's see how his second attempt looks.
Yeah, I mean, Vavra's gone for 225 on his second attempt. I think that's probably safe. Conservative decision there.
So we have Taiyo Fuji coming out for 180 kilos. His opener was quite easy.
Yeah, this matches his PB, so... It's not going to change his placing currently. And unfortunately for him, if Vavra gets his second attempt, this is going to move him down. So
no, his knees were just a little bit soft on the pull. I don't think there was any supporting.
No.
3 white lights.
Yep.
Don't think he's got an awful lot left to give, though.
No, I don't think so. So 197.5 now for Chamomile Curiata.
He had a nice easy opener. How much has he gone up? 10 kilos?
Yeah, he's gone up 10.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Very calm approach.
Yeah, we've seen that in every attempt really with Camille.
Yeah. You never know, we might see him get a bit fired up for his third deadlift. Bring a bit of energy to it. It's not everyone's way though, it doesn't work for every lifter.
No, I've heard some lifters say that you expend a lot of energy in doing that,
Yeah.
and you might need that energy to move the bar.
Now he got one red light there.
Yeah, with a yellow.
A yellow. What would that be on deadlift? Did he move his foot? I'm really not sure.
No, I mean the main thing is that he got the lift. So 210 is the next weight on the bar. This is for Andrei Talco of Russia. This will move him up to 4th. Obviously there's a lot more guys to go, but he's in the fight with this one.
He's got his SBD belt on upside down there.
Maybe he prefers the buckle on the right.
Yeah, it may just be that you get used to your first belt having the lever working in one direction and you don't want to change that, so you do see people wear their belts upside down quite frequently.
Yeah, I mean it is symmetrical, it's just the way the logo is.
That was a good second attempt. Had to
Yep.
work for it a little bit, but I think there's a bit of movement left there for him.
Yeah, certainly wasn't worried about us talking about his belt being upside down anyway. So another man out for 210. This is Majeski of Czechia.
Made short work of his opener.
This will get him 5th as he is heavier than Talco. 150 grams, but heavier is heavier.
Yep. 3 white lights.
So Harry Sugden, he's gone up 7.5 kilos.
Now he had that problem, didn't he, at the top? He kind of overbalanced backwards, but after the rack command, so he got it 2-1.
Yeah, that's a mistake he's looking to not make a second time, I would think.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, I would have thought Henry's
So he's
had
still a fair way under his PB.
good word with him, the British coach Henry Tosh. Come on, Harry.
And that's much better, isn't it?
Yeah.
That looks much cleaner.
Yeah. So again, Harry seems to gain more confidence on his second lift. I wonder what we'll see that go up to. Conor Finnegan coming out now for 215.
Now Harry's sitting in 5th place. I think he'll struggle to move up a place, to be honest. So I think whatever he puts on the bar there will be for his own benefit. I think he can have his own competition now.
Yeah, it's for his own personal
Oh,
satisfaction.
actually, no, I'm
Well,
completely wrong because the chap just behind him is on the same total. So he's going to have to watch the lifters behind him rather than looking to exceed the lifters ahead of him.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 5 guys here who...
I'm looking at overall placings rather than
Yeah.
deadlift.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, but we've got Conor Finnegan on the platform.
Yeah, again, as we see, typical with sumo, slow to start, but once it started moving, there was no stopping that lift.
It's a really curious sensation that you're pulling on the floor in sumo, and it just doesn't want to break the floor. You have to be patient with it, and then once it comes up, it goes all the way.
Yeah, 225 for Eaton Reed of Canada. This will put him into 4th place on the deadlift and 5th
Now this is a
in
big
the
jump,
total.
isn't he? He pulled 210 for his opener, and he's coming out for 225.
Yeah,
Now his opener was easy,
yeah.
but
So
this is quite a big jump. So hopefully he knows his own lifting well. The coaches know him well.
we're about to find out if the judgment was correct. Just tugging on the bar, making sure, and here it goes.
Yeah, they knew what they were about, didn't they? There was no problem
think
at
so.
all there. 3 white lights.
Yeah, no issue. So do you think we're going to see another 10, maybe 7.5 on that?
I'd say 7.5.
Okay, so Vavra, second attempt at 225. He has the potential to upset the apple cart here because this is going to move him into third place in the deadlift if he gets this.
If he gets it though, he's not got one on the board yet.
No.
He just he lost his balance. He
did.
fell.
He did. So
with
strength's
his
there.
opener.
I think he's going to look for a little more stability. And he's asked for it and got it.
And what do we think? 3 white lights.
Yeah.
Fantastic. He's
Apple
on the board.
cart upset. So yeah. This is 232.5 now for Iho Zvonarov. This will move him into second place on both deadlift and total.
His opener was very easy.
Yeah.
He's gone up 7.5. I can't see that being an issue.
No, it shouldn't be a problem, hopefully. And here we go. Oh, he's had to
really
fight it a
struggled
little.
through the transition point.
I mean, did that look okay?
I think he might get blues.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the knees soften up like that and the knees slip onto the bar, then the bar is resting on the thighs, and that's when you get a blue card for supporting.
Yeah, okay, so he's got some work to do now. That has put him into fourth. So 240 for Nahel Bali of France. Last one looked pretty good.
It did.
I hope this is going to look similar. And again,
for it.
quite asymmetrical there, but
Good lift.
The weight moved. And 245 now for
So
Plakotnikov.
this is the final deadlift in the second round. This will be a 5 kilo PB. He's gone up 10 kilos.
Yeah,
But
he
his
needs
opener,
this. Yeah.
do you remember it was so easy?
Yeah, he needs this to maintain the lead, though. 2-1 and 1-1.
Now we've just seen a world record attempt go in for Bali.
Yeah, 261.5. So
Exciting
Plakotnikov
stuff.
has to be
Okay, so here's
covering that.
Plakotnikov. He absolutely smoked his opener. I'm sure he's got this and more. Just needs to maintain his composure and execute.
But I think we're going to see hopefully, let's see how this goes.
Yes,
Look nice.
very comfortable.
I think, ladies and gentlemen, we are set fair for a deadlift battle for the top
Fantastic.
spot in the third round. It doesn't get any better than
Brilliant.
this. We're into round 3. 190 kilos goes on the bar now for Taiyo Fuji. He's
Now-
gone 10, 10 and 10 in the deadlift.
I wonder if he's overextended a little bit. He had to work for his second deadlift and he's put another 10 kilos on it.
Now
And
again,
you know it's not going to move him up.
no, so it's not going to change place, so he might as well try.
I guess.
He has nothing to lose here,
He hasn't, but, you know, it's
except
better
maybe a
to put
callus, but fingers crossed that doesn't
a
happen.
weight on the bar you can do.
Very, very calm, as we've seen from him all the way through this competition.
Very
I
composed.
mean, the
young man.
composure of these young guys, you forget that they're 18 years old.
He's only been competing for 2 years.
Yeah.
Moves up into the juniors next year. And here he goes. He's... Oh, do you know, I thought he was about to prove me wrong.
That's where it always goes
Just
on sumo,
a
though.
little bit too heavy.
Just the lockout, just couldn't convert that through with the erectors.
But you know, he's not had a bad day.
No.
He's come out to the World Championships. He's travelled a long way, and he's performed on the biggest stage in the world.
Yeah, he can't say that he didn't give it his absolute best. So Kamil Curiata now, coming out for 202.5 to match his PB. Again, another young man, very calm, very composed as he approaches the platform.
But this is it now. We're right at the sharp end. Got to give it
Yeah.
absolutely everything.
This is going to move him up a place in the total from 8th to 7th.
And it's moving. Little bit of ramping there. Will he get away with
Yeah,
that?
we did see the knees move. Good
2
enough.
to 1. 2 to
Good
1, a
enough.
good lift.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the side referees wasn't too happy with his lockout. I think his knees may have been a little bit soft.
Doesn't matter. He's got all
Telco.
3 of his lifts.
Talco's gone up 10 kilos. I wonder as well if that might be a little bit ambitious.
Yeah, you can see why though, because he's going to take 2 places in the deadlift and move up 1 in the total at the moment.
But his second was a bit tough. So let's hope this is a good call for him. There's a semi-sumo stance. So his hands are still inside his legs, so it's definitely sumo.
Yeah, his
But
feet
not
not super wide, no.
Here we go. And it's going good. Let's see what the referee said. Fantastic.
Some fierce support there from the Russian team.
3 white lights, big high five from his coach.
Yeah, he's got to be pleased with that, I would say.
So that's put him currently in 3rd place overall.
Yeah, Tanan Majeski coming out for the same weight now, 220 kilos. Another man who's gone 10-10-10. And this is going to move him up to 7th in deadlift and 8th in the total. Arms aren't super long, he's got a reasonable way to pull this.
Yeah, he had a good bench though, didn't he?
He did.
It all comes round.
And it's still moving. That is
He's fighting
good.
through it. Oh, his knee's locked.
Well, he ground it up. And
2-1, a good lift.
Good enough.
Again, the red light was accompanied by a red card, and in deadlift, that's for lockout. So either she felt that his shoulders weren't fully back or his knees weren't fully locked. I think it was his knees, to be honest. So here we have Conor Finnegan.
Yeah, 222.5. It's gone up 7.5 from his last attempt.
He's had a good day, hasn't he? He's lifted well within himself. He's executed well.
Just look at the concentration on his face there as he comes out for this last deadlift. Just maintaining the concentration and the focus is a tough call.
So this will move him up 3 places if he pulls it.
Again, these guys are only 18 years
old.
old.
Oh, it's not coming off the floor.
No, not today, unfortunately, for Conor Finnegan.
So next up we have Harry Sugden. Now he's taken a big jump, hasn't he?
He's done it again, yeah.
He had difficulty on his first. He lost his balance a little bit, but his second looked good. It was a very good lift technically.
Yeah.
And he's gone up 10 kilos.
Yeah, so he's gone up more in his second to third.
This is for a bronze medal.
Yeah.
This is for a bronze deadlift medal. It won't move him up in the overall placings, but this is to get on the deadlift podium. Come on, Harry.
He knows it. He knows he needs this.
He's going to want to go home with a medal. I think this is his first international. And it's moving. Can he lock it out? I think he can.
He's got the down command.
3 white lights, yes. Fantastic. He is
he's cracked his face there.
On the podium for deadlift. Fantastic.
However, Ihos Vonarov, he didn't get this last time, but if he does, he is going to break Harry's heart. He's going to take that bronze.
Yeah, he got blue cards for supporting last time.
Yeah, it was pretty marginal though.
It was close.
So this is close.
If he hits it just right, I think this will go.
The standard of lifting in this sub-junior 74 kilo category is astonishing.
It really is.
And here we go. He knows what he needs to do.
This will, what a shame. You know, that would have given him the deadlift bronze and the overall bronze too.
Yeah, now I don't know whether his grip was going to go or he just knew he wasn't going to pull it.
I think the balance was a little bit off too.
Yeah.
So.
235 for Vavra. Missed his first, got 225 on his second. He's gone up 10. The Czechian lifter.
Yeah, again, he lost his balance on his first, didn't he?
Yeah.
So this is gonna take the deadlift bronze from Harry Sugden.
Yeah, but 3 guys to go, and they're all going to try for more
so
than
let's
Vavra.
See how this goes. Just looking for a bit of focus.
Yeah.
There it goes, and it's going to lock out. I think he's got it.
Yeah, there was a little bit of shaking on the left leg, but not once he got to the top. There it is. So, deadlift bronze.
Yep, took the bronze deadlift medal there.
Can Eaton Reed do something here to take him into silver
240
medal position?
will put him not only in silver medal position for deadlift,
but
bronze medal overall, and that's the important one.
So this is it, the last 3 deadlifts in this class, and all of them matter. 240 kilos.
Huge pressure on this lift.
For the Canadian
deadlift
lifter.
medal. He's gone from 6th to 2nd in deadlift, from 5th to 3rd overall. Everything rests on this one pull. Huge pressure on this young man. 17 years old, only 1 year competing.
Conventional pull. Up it goes.
And it's going.
He's shaking.
Can he do it? He can. I think that's a good lift.
Oh, Canada.
And he's absolutely delighted with that. That's fantastic.
So we have Vadim Plachotnikov. He is already in first place, both in the deadlift and in the total. However, Barley is snapping at his heels, so he needs this one to protect.
He does.
This.
He needs this to protect his overall first as well as his deadlift.
This is for 2 gold medals.
Yeah.
He's got him at the moment, but he needs to hang on to him. He needs to pull away.
He knows it, doesn't he? You can see the look on his face.
Yeah, because if they both get their lifts, there's only going to be 1.5 kilos.
Sumo is a technical lift. That was very nice indeed.
Yeah.
You know, you have
see
to
what the
wonder.
lights say. That is it. That is accomplished.
It was. You have to wonder if he could have done a bit more, you know.
Yeah.
But now we have a world record attempt.
I was just wondering if we were going to see a change.
We
if he was
are.
going to, 263.5. He's gone up 2.5 kilos.
He's not happy with the world
2
record
kilos,
deadlift.
rather.
He's not happy with the deadlift gold. He wants the overall gold. He wants the world title.
Yeah. So this is it, folks. It comes down to the final deadlift. 263.5. This is going to extend the world record by 2.5 kilos if he gets
74 kilos body weight at 18 years old.
So he's going to get the
just
record
incredible.
and 2 gold medals if he pulls this. I can only imagine the pressure on this young man as he comes out, and he doesn't look like he's feeling it.
So he just needs to keep his composure and execute the lift. It's not quite going to go, is it?
And he knows it,
furious.
unfortunately. Well, you would be. You would be. It was all or nothing, and unfortunately.
He's had a good day. He's got the deadlift bronze medal. That means the Canadian lifter took the silver medal. The Canadian lifter was 3rd overall. The French lifter was 2nd overall. And the Kazakhstan lifter, Plachotnikov, is our new sub-junior world champion. Fantastic lifting.
Okay, folks, thanks for watching, and don't go away. The medal ceremony will be on very, very soon, and obviously we have days and days left of lifting in this fantastic World Championship competition here in Helsingborg. See you soon.
All the lifter will have a small souvenir from the championships. The person who will hand over the souvenirs and the medal is Mr. Vice President Sigurd Petersson from Iceland. He's the Vice President. Sigurd, we got one over there also, starting the running together with the Secretary General, Mr. Robert Keller from the USA. So the medals for the Sugden squats, bronze medals for Russia and Andrei Talco, 210 grams. Talco, Russia, bronze medal. Silver medal goes to Ukraine and Igor Sumarov, 212.5. The gold goes to Kazakhstan and Vali Lakotnikov, 228. Obviously, no world record in squats. For those, thank you. Deadlift, bronze medal goes to Russia, Andrei Talco, 140 kgs. Silver medal goes to France, and Nahel Bali, 142.5. The gold medal goes to Poland and Camille Curiata, 152.5. Focus. Thank you. Spasiba. Merci. Deadlift, bronze medal goes to France, Nahel Bali, 240. Silver medal goes to Canada and Eaton Reed, 240, other followers. Gold medal goes to Kazakhstan and Vali Lakotnikov, 255 kgs. Thank you. Spasiba. Merci. Thank you. And silver. Bronze medal goes to Canada and Eaton Reed, 572.5. Silver medal goes to France and Nahel Bali, 580. And the world champion gold medal goes to Kazakhstan and Bali Lakotnikov, 603 Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up as an ornamental home as I step. Squat, bronze medal goes to Reid and Eaton Reed, Insala, 227.5. Silver medal goes to USA and Michael Curiata, 267.5. That was the world record. And the gold medal goes to USA and Richard Show. The new world record, 268 kilograms. Photos and smile. Thank you. For benchers, bronze medal goes to the host country Sweden and Andreas Nilsson, 167.5. The silver medal goes to Ukraine and Vladimir Steve from Ukraine. And the gold medal goes to USA and Michael C. 187. Thank you. Deadlift, bronze medal goes to USA and Michael C. 277.5. Silver medal goes to USA and Richard Chu, 285. And the gold medal goes to Canada now. Blake Barrett, 285. Thank you. And for the total, bronze medal goes to Italy and Riccardo Angelini, 698. national anthem of the United States of America. Thank you. Music nice.